So, hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and now I will summarize the chapter 3 entitled Network Protocols and Communication. This is section 3.1, Rules of Communication. Rules of Communication. The rules. Communication fundamentals. A network can be as complex as devices connected across the internet, or as simple as two computers directly connected to one another with a single cable. People exchange ideas using many different communication methods. However, regardless of the method chosen, all communication methods have three elements in common. The first of these elements is message source or sender. Message source are people or electronic devices that needed to send a message. The second element of communication is the destination or receiver of the message. The destination of the destination receives the message from the sender. And the third element is called channel, consists of the media that provides the pathway from sender going to receiver. Communication begins with a message or information that must be sent from a source to a destination. For example, consider two people communicating face to face. I will play this video. This the face to face like that. So you must see in this figure. The girl sent a message to boy. For example, the girl is the sender and the receiver is a boy. Like that. This way. Rule establishment. Before communicating with one another, individuals must use established rules or some agreements to govern the conversation. An identified sender and receiver, common language and grammar, speed and timing of delivery, confirmation or acknowledgement requirements. That's the some protocols must account for the following requirements. The protocols are used in the network. Communications share many of these fundamental traits. Good. You must see the like diagram. Message encoding. One of the first steps to sending a message is encoding. Encoding is the process of converting information into another acceptable form for transmission. Decoding reverses this process in order to interpret some information. Encoding also occurs in computer communication as shown in figure 2. Let's go to figure 2. Let's play the video. This is the upper one is the sender, and the sender send a message to the receiver, and the receiver must receive the message from the sender. So, message formatting and encapsulation. Letter writing is one of the most common forms of the written human communication. For centuries, the agreed format for personal letter has not changed. So, an identifier of the recipient, a salutation or greeting. The message contains a closing phrase, an identifier of the sender. So, that that six those six examples have A example of personal letter contains with some following elements. In addition to having the correct format, most personal letters must also be enclosed in an envelope for delivery as shown in the figure 1. You must see the envelope. Sender 4085 SE Fine Street, Ocala, Florida 34471. The address and the recipient is 1400 Main Street, Canton, Ohio 44203. The message size. So let's go to the message size. Some message have a size because message when we have a long message is sent from one host to another over a network. This is necessary to break the message into smaller pieces because the rules that govern the size of the pieces or frames. They can also be different depending on the channel used. Frames that are too long or too short or are not delivered. The size restrictions of frames require the source host to break a long message into individual pieces that meet both the minimum and maximum of the message. Let's play this video. The sender sent a picture into. You should see this sunset. Oh, the receiver receives the message of the sender. Network protocols and standards. Rules to govern communications. A group of interrelated protocols necessary to perform a communications function is called a protocol suite. Protocol suites are implemented by host and networking devices into software or hardware or both. One of the best ways to visualize how the protocols within a suite interact is a view to the interaction. Message segmentation. Message segmentation is a theory of a single communication such as a music, video, or an email message like that could be sent across to a network from a source to destination as one massive. A better approach is to divide the data into smaller and more manageable pieces to send over the network. This division of the data stream into smaller pieces called a segmentation. Segmenting messages has two primary benefits. By sending smaller individual pieces from a source to destination, many different conversations can be interleaved on the network, called multiplexing. Segmentation can increase the efficiency of the network communications. If part of the message fails to make up the destination due to failure in the network or network congestion, only the missing parts need to be retransmitted. So this is the whole summary of this chapter. Network protocols and communication. Data networks are system of and devices, intermediary devices and the media connecting them for communication to occur. These devices must know how to communicate. The most widely used networking. This device must comply with communication rules and protocols or TCP or IP is an example of a protocol suite. Most protocols are created by a standards organization such as the IEFT or IEEE. The most widely used network models are the OSI and TCP or IP models, associating the protocols the set of the rules of data communications with the different layers of these models. Data that passes down the stack of the OSI model is segmented into pieces and encapsulated with addresses and under levels. That's it. The TCP or IP protocol suite is an open standard protocol that has been endorsed by the network industry and ratified or approved by standard organization. Protocol units, protocol data units or PDU are named according to the protocols of the TCP or IP suite data segment packet frame and bits. Applying models allows individuals, companies, and trade associations to analyze some current networks and plan the networks of the future. So that's all for the summary of chapter 3. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe and like. That's all. Thank you. Babush.